Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the lockdown cupboard to cocktail challenge. So once again I am taking a list or a photo of ingredients that a friend of mine has in their cupboard. I'm trying to match it as close as possible to what I can get in my house many miles away during the lockdown, and from that I am inventing a new cocktail. Sometimes a twist on a classic, sometimes something completely new, and hopefully something to the taste. And of course the benefit of this is I live alone, but I don't like drinking alone, but I do like an occasional drink. What's the boy to do? Well, by making this with parallel ingredients and having my friend make it at their place, we can drink it together, I can be creative, I can practice my videoing skills, and it can feel like we're drinking together. So that's the idea. Tonight in a special edition, I am making a birthday request based around licorice. Now, of course, I don't like licorice, but I have managed to get a pack of licorice all sorts into my house. To show you the trouble I've been to for this, I have systematically ripped apart, without managing to cut myself, half a pack of licorice all sorts, just to get the licorice bits from in the middle. I have taken about a dozen of those and added them to a little jar and topped it up with gin. You see this? There are probably about 20 actually, in between strips from licorice all sorts, in some gin, which I've left for 2 days in the fridge. It's cloudy, it is black, started off completely clear, it's now black as my soul. And I'm gonna have to strain that because it's full of nasty little bits of undissolved sugar and licorice. So, licorice flavoured gin is the base to this, because my friend Rebecca has got some licorice, she has got some gin, I don't know what kind, she has got some lime soda. Now, I don't have lime soda, but I've got soda. And I've got some limes, and of course lime soda will be a little bit sweet, so I'm going to add a little bit of sugar syrup. And she has some bitters, so this is my equivalent of what Rebecca has in her cupboard, and I'm going to make from it an Allen Power all sorts. So, fairly simple recipe, does require a day or two's preparation. Get your licorice sweets, or in Rebecca's case I think it's licorice pellets. Find an empty, nice clean jar. Cover it with an inch or two of gin and be ready to strain that in due course. So into my mixing ingredients, I will first make up the lime soda, because, you know, I'm not suggesting you should actually make this for any reason other than the fact that I don't have any lime soda and it's lockdown and I am not leaving the house, especially to get some lime soda, just to match what's in Rebecca's cupboard. But I do have limes, I do have soda, it ain't that much different. So take your juicer of choice, or frankly, if you're a little bit lazy, like I am a lot of the time, get your squeezy bottle of lime from the fridge and that will do the job perfectly well. A little bit of theatre, give these limes a little bit of a crushing. Do like this as an implement, it's really heavy duty. The lime will lose. I think on reflection that might be enough, but I've already cut these limes and they are past their best. So, whilst I'm juicing these limes, let me remind you about the cupboard to cocktail challenge. All you need to do to take part yourself is message me with photo, as long as it's clear, or list of what booze you've got in the house. Any old leftovers will do, but tell me everything, even if you think it won't go together. Plus, what's in your cupboards or your fridge. So I want to know about juices, I want to know about mixers, tonics, sodas, fresh juices. I want to know about fruit you've got, either fresh fruit or dried or even tinned. I want to know about what other food ingredients you've got, what herbs, what spices, what jams, what dairy products or dairy equivalents like coconut cream, what teas, what coffees, what other beverages, what sweets, what candies, because this one's made with licorice all sorts, whatever you've got. So back to the Allen Power All Sorts. Juice of 2 limes or 5 seconds worth of squidge from the fridge. Because I'm just making lime soda, the equivalent of what Rebecca's got in her house, I am going to add a little bit, if I can get the damn thing open, of sugar syrup. And I can't, so I'm going to grab an alternative sugar syrup. Because after all, what household only has 1 bottle of sugar syrup? And a little squidge of sugar syrup. Rebecca has in her house some bitters. I think bitters will do nicely with this. Just a dash. Oh, look at the colour of that. Of bitters. And top it up with some soda. And to be perfectly honest, I would probably enjoy this drink now, as it is, more than I'm going to enjoy the final thing, because I ain't a big fan of licorice. But Allen Power is, and this is the Allen Power All Sorts. So there we have some homemade lime soda. We have some homemade licorice gin. We have a tumbler, I think, tumbler over ice. A fine strainer, tea strainer is fine. Fine strainer, because this licorice gin concoction is messy. I'm going to take, I should have measured this really, but too late now, about a double measure of this, which in this case might be all of it, because I ain't going to want to use it again, of your licorice coated gin over ice. Oh, overpoweringly licorice. Topped with fresh lime soda, cloudy, froth up, actually looks a bit like Coca-Cola, and garnish with a licorice all sort. There we have the Allen Power All Sort. Alan, many happy returns. Join me next time, drink responsibly, and get in touch if you'd like to take part in the Lockdown Cupboard to Cocktail Challenge.